And it's really, inspiring to see. And it lets you take a step back and say, hey, I'm just a small part of this whole thing. Put it in perspective. There's a lot of other people out there that are working for what I enjoy every day. So think about that. I do want to focus on one soldier that I worked with back in 1997 at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I was in a medevac unit there, and he was a crew chief. That means he works on the back of the helicopters, fixes them when they break, etc. His name was Specialist Jesus Medina, and he was a Spanish guy. He was a little taller than me, a little chubby, but he always had a smile on his face. And he worked in the back of those helicopters in some pretty miserable conditions. That was before 9/11, obviously. Back in 1997, the Army was a different place to be. We didn't have the war to make us miserable, so we figured out different training mechanisms to make us very miserable. Long field problems in the desert in California, in the heat of Fort Polk, Louisiana, etc. Despite all those miserable conditions, heat, cold, rain, nastiness, field problem, Medina would always get it done, and he would always smile about it and joke. And there was never a time when I thought the helicopter wasn't going to be able to launch because of maintenance. So, and we called him Funky Cold because his last name, some of you may have heard that song before, Funky Cold Medina. And years go by, a couple of years later I get restationed, I go to Korea, then I came back, went to Fort Polk, then the war kicked off after 9/11, Iraq, Afghanistan, etc. So back in 2009 I was sitting in an auditorium getting a briefing on how families deal with casualties from the war. And it was showing videos of wives and kids, etc., dealing with lost loved ones. And one of the people popped up on the screen was a German lady, and she was talking, and I thought I recognized her. And I was trying to remember where she was from. In my mind, a German lady, she looked familiar. And then I realized it was Specialist Medina's wife. And she was talking about how his helicopter had gone down in Iraq and how she was dealing with the loss of her husband. And, I hadn't thought about him in a long time. So that was pretty personal to me. So like I said, Memorial Day is a way to step back and think about all the great things we enjoy in this nation. Don't take it for granted. And by it, I mean the school, your house, 3 meals a day, snacks, whatever it is you do in between, your life, the streets. Believe me, Iraq, Afghanistan doesn't have streets like this. The streets are really nice to have. But anything, all the luxuries, the school, these grounds you play sports on and all of it, we're pretty lucky here. A couple snapshots, take a look at how they live over there in Afghanistan is a little less than Iraq. A dirt square is the park with a soccer ball. So just a few of the luxuries we enjoy based on some of the sacrifices of those that went before us. And then I also want to ask you to think about the folks that are currently in Afghanistan. It seems like this thing keeps sinking down a little bit. Right now, I think it's about 10 p.m. over there right now at night, and I'm fairly certain that somewhere there are helicopters spinning, blades spinning. Everything looks green because everybody has on their night vision goggles. You smell diesel fuel being burned. The birds are burning, blades are spinning. It's loud, and there's about 120 guys with packs on their back, weapons of all types, probably a dog that they use to help them breach obstacles, bomb sniff, intimidate, etc., that are getting on the back of those helicopters right now, designed to fly them somewhere, kind of like the whole thing with bin Laden. And then, every night they're flying to a particular objective and dropped off to go do what they need to do. And it's pretty, it's awesome to see. And they do it every night. until this thing is over. So remember them and what they're dealing with. Thanks again for the opportunity to come out here and talk with you. It's really awesome to see the band. Great job. Thank you.
Now, 8th grader Colin Leary is going to read the lyrics for TAPS.
TAPS is a beautiful bugle call. It's smooth and touching. But these are not technically the words for TAPS. It's just often associated with the melody. Day is gone, gone the sun. From the hills, from the lake, from the skies, all is well. Safely rest, God is nigh. Go to sleep, peaceful sleep. May the soldier or sailor God keep. On the land or the deep, safe in sleep. Love, good night, must thou go, when the day and the night need thee so. All is well, speedeth all to their rest. Fades the light and the fire, goeth day, and the stars shineth bright, fare thee well, day is gone, night is on. Thanks and praise for our days, neath the sun, neath the stars, neath the sky. As we go, this we know, God is nigh. And now, 8th grader Cole Humber will be playing the melody of TAPS.
We're about ready to conclude our program. First of all, I want to thank all of the people that planned it, all of the people that participated, our flag holders, our jazz band, all of the people that wrote speeches, all the other people that spoke today. You all did just a fantastic job. But I also just want to acknowledge again Lieutenant Colonel Eberhardt. What a great message. What a great message. First of all, to be able to share a view of what happens every day in these countries where war continues and the people that are there, to be able to share the sorrow of people that have lost loved ones, and also to share what you can do as 6th, 7th, 8th grade student right now to show appreciation for this wonderful country that we live in. So I want to again thank Lieutenant Colonel Eberhardt for what a great message that he gave to us. I want to also thank the students. I think you did a great job again. I'm very proud to be part of this school where the student body was very, very respectful today. I believe we all did a great job.